Here's the second set that we found a week earlier than the release date at our local Target, the Mos Espa Podrace. So here we're starting with bag 1. We also have a sheet of stickers and 2 larger base plates that are included. And they say we're going to need them for this bag. It's actually a pretty good sized bag. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I just love displaying them. The dioramas, that is. I just think that they're, I don't know, such cool additions to... Let me see what I've done wrong here. It doesn't look like I did something wrong there, but then when I put it on, I got a little bit confused on where all of this goes. Just a second. Goodness, I don't know why that threw me. This is the first step. You put a 6x1 brick on this longer, let's see, 14 by 2 plate. And for some reason, I was trying to put this on and it wasn't matching up. And oh my goodness, it's this longer one on either side. I got myself really confused there, and I have no clue why that was confusing. So we're obviously making the base to the scene. I think I have all of them that have been released, but would you believe that we actually don't have the indoor biker chase scene made? I was trying to be fair and let Matt build it. And so he hasn't been able to get to it yet because he's been so busy, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, if you don't hurry up, I'm gonna just build it because I want it up on display. I should build it with you guys. And then, he could always build it again if he wanted to. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this on this side, take it down and build it up. It's the best thing about the bricks is you can take them down and put them right back together. But I have them all up on display around in our entertainment center, around our TV. This is becoming rather large. I think that, oh goodness, it would be hard to pick a favorite. I think they're all amazing. But I think that the trash compactor and then the Death Star trench run, I think that those are probably 2 of my favorites. They just look really cool. But I figure this one's going to be right up there. Oops. We may have to set this down. It's getting kind of a little too big to handle here. Push some pieces out of the way. So we're obviously making our rectangle. Whoops. We need one over here, don't we? Okay. We're going to pull these pieces out and build down here, because otherwise I have a feeling we're going to start developing some problems. Another problem I have is I'm running out of space in my display area for them. I keep making amazing ones and I keep picking them up. Okay. Let me see here. They want us to put, there's going to be a 1x4 plate down there. We're just going to do it that way. Okay. All right. Let's see what they're going to do here. I know I've mentioned before how excited I am about that they're doing the Star Wars scenes, but I would just be beside myself if they would do the Lord of the Rings scenes, but I'm afraid that they might not for a bit, so I'm starting to work on thinking up ideas of how to do it myself. Okay, they have this here, but then they're putting 5 of these on this. Must be connecting something to it. 2. But if I get started on making Lord of the Rings scenes, I'll probably never stop. I think that that's supposed to go flush to the ground. Getting myself confused here, so I'm not sure what I have done quite wrong. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Well, sorry, that took me a minute. We had these extended out too far, which makes sense. That's kind of funny that they would be sticking out like that. Now we have it to where there's enough of an indent to snap it on. All right. They're building up the base pretty quickly, aren't they? This is pretty good sized. I feel like that it's bigger than some of the other ones. I'll have to compare it, but it definitely feels larger than them, which the one on Dagobah seemed like it was larger too. Some of the other ones, but I'm just probably going crazy and they're all the same size, but I don't think so. Okay, this down there like that. So it does have this here, but then it didn't have it all the way around. Now they're going to put some color down in here. I wonder what this is in here. It's definitely interesting the way we've already kind of sealed up the edges. Oops. The plates must go in here a little bit. Let's see here. Sure I'm doing this right. I was putting all of these in. It's been a minute since I've built one of these, so I don't remember exactly how the other bases were made. But this one feels kind of like a new idea, so I don't know if it is or it's just I've forgotten. You start building a lot of sets, you kind of forget exactly what a few sets ago, how it was put together. And then there's so many, I mean, if you're building a lot of different of the themes, you know, and they all kind of have their own unique styling. Okay, so we have that in there, and then they want us to take this and double these 6x1 plates up and put it here. Let's see what they're gonna do. Attach the other plates. Okay, are you as silly as me in making sure that the logo is matching? They're both going the same way. Oh goodness, okay. I might just be weird. And then we're gonna put more of these in here. Obviously a support system. It amazes me how the designers are so creative in using a small amount of pieces, but making it, I think this is supposed to go up one more, I'm sorry. There we go. Making it very stable with the use of that small amount of pieces. So then we're going to put it in here. We're going to have our logo aiming down towards us because I'm like that. And then push it all in. And there's the back side. Make sure I push all the way around there. Look at that. That was a really cool way of making that. And now we have it really stable. All right, now we're going to start working on this landscape down here. Right. I had to move my camera because I didn't like the angle that it was sitting at for you guys, because I didn't feel like you could see this very well. So I got that moved for you. Maybe you can see what's happening here a little closer. This is the part that always takes a little bit of time. It's just a lot of texture going down. Which adds so much to the overall look of it. And this one just looks so cool. Being out in the desert. Make sure I did that right. Man, this one's going to be solid. Good luck getting this one apart. Which, unfortunately, I want to speed build this one if I can figure out a way to do it. So, I am going to be probably wishing that I had made that choice and I had to take this back down. Because it looks like it's going to be a beast of something to take down. Cool. Push that in there, it's a little tricky. Yeah, they're kind of want to be a little loose and not go down. Okay, so now we're going to work down here at the bottom part. I remember when this movie came out, people were just, I guess just really excited that a new wave of that universe was coming out again, and it was pretty exciting. They did such a good job with them, and it's disappointing in a way. I'm not as huge of a fan of the Force Awakens and the other ones that came out. I don't mind them. They just didn't seem to have the same magic as the first 6 that they did. But I really enjoyed the Phantom Menace. Okay, we're going to go right to putting our signs on here. So we have a Star Wars sign. And then the quote, which says, it's by Qui-Gon Jinn, and it says, "Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think. Use your instincts." Awesome quote. And we're on to bag number 2. There are a lot of sand-looking pieces in this bag. Put those back there. Which would make sense. Okay. Let me see. I got pieces everywhere. I'm going to try to push them this way. Put this a little closer because we're going to work up here on the top again. Oh, these little round plates. A ton of them. Goodness. But I think that the pod racing scene was probably one of the best ones in my mind. Just so well done. It really had taken, cinema had really taken a next step in their skill level with these movies, and so really amazing special effects were in it. So it was very exciting to see this. I remember we had a video game of pod racing. We would play it all the time. I was actually pretty good at that game too. They re-released it recently on some of the platforms that are out there now. And I think we got it, and I was playing it and I was actually really surprised at how oh, it looked very antique compared to the video games that they have now. Isn't that funny? It was so amazing and kind of top of the line in the video game world when it came out. But then yeah, we need these sloped pieces, it looks like, back here. Which is interesting because they're actually giving texture and styling to the back of it. Not just the front where you're looking in it. But I still enjoy a good pod race. I'm hoping that this opening right here is supposed to be there. I think it is. It's just kind of interesting. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Because right away they want us to put, goodness, this little quarter circle in there. Up there. Here we go. They also want us to put this here and 2 more of those quarter circles. There and there. I've done something like that. Okay. Do this right. And another one there and a couple of these little round guys. Got a whole bunch of these in this bag. Okay, now let's go back over here. Make sure I don't miss anything, because you know how I do that. I'm gonna double stack some little round plates. Gonna be really interesting. Let's see what this looks like. I like how it looks like the actual racers are detachable, like you make them separate and then you attach them on, which I thought that was pretty cool. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have actual minifigs in them, and they have just the little, a few little pieces that look like a person. But then it makes sense because this is not built on the scale of a minifig being in there. But don't you wish that it had been and you could have Sebulba? I don't have a Sebulba figure. I'm going to have to track one down though. I also have to track down Theoden's from Lord of the Rings, his head from, I believe it was Helm's Deep. Recently when I was working on organizing my sunset sets and getting them set up proper for him for storage to move when he chooses to take them all, I was going through and confirming that he had all of his pieces and sets together, and his head is missing. I looked everywhere and I was like, how in the world is your head missing? He's got every other part of him, just not the head. So I'm going to have to track one down for him and make sure I'm get the one from the right set. I don't know how many they different minifigs they had of Theoden. What a horrible one to be losing, right? I need to start trying to be a little bit more of an avid minifig collector. I think I would enjoy that. Matt would probably not enjoy that since I'll try to spend more money. All right, let me see here. What we're doing. Put this in there. Looks like we're going to be able to attach all kinds of things to the front of this guy. So they're going to have us build this thing. Some circles. And then place it on that. I wonder how tall this is going to be when it's built up. It's getting pretty good sized here. So we need it to be 2 over. Oh, these pieces are fun. I like those pieces. Really, it's just a big background scene and then the racers. The trash compactor was a little bit tedious because it has the moving parts to it to be able to get it to close. Just so much fun. No, it's fun to squish a character. This piece goes on, just sits on that smooth one right there. Okay, and then this whole thing goes right on top there. Okay. Wow. I'm going to write down here in this corner, it looks like, putting these in here. I love how they just snap right in, and then their little, what would that be called? A little rod piece actually just fits right down in between the 2 studs there. So smooth. Okay. They got a bunch of these little plates going in here. Make sure we get them all in the right spot. So there's 4 in between there. Okay. Oh, okay, there's a few more back here. I was like, we're supposed to use 8, but I definitely didn't put in 8. So we'll put these back in here too, and then we'll make sure we put in 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All right. Gonna kind of smooth out this land here. Putting in these pieces. You can't have enough of these pieces when you're building. They are so useful for all kinds of ways of creating and designing. I put some more of these in there. They're using these up a lot to add a lot of texture to the land. Right. Okay. Now this one we're going to want to pay attention to. Make sure we get these in right. Put that there. And this goes here. There's so much going on this page. I'm going to make sure we're getting all these in their proper placements. Oh, nope, that goes over one. In front of that guy. It's really cool how they're building it up. But I'm a little nervous I'm going to put something in wrong. It's just kind of like these guys are going stair steps down. They're not too crazy hard to do. Okay, yeah, that one goes there. I'm like, he can't stair step down, but he just matches up right alongside of him. All right, let me see if I've got everything in here. I think it looks correct. Yeah, okay. Oh, goodness, all right. Put this on top there, and this on top there, and then it's going to sit right down in here. And then we're going to finish it off with another one of our quarter turns. I had to go fix my camera angle again. The way I had done it, I'd extended out the stand that it's on, and I guess a little bit too much. And I noticed that if I just barely breathed the wrong way, it would jiggle. And I'm like, that is really going to be annoying for all of you. So I got it into a better position where it doesn't feel the need to shake every time I breathe. And hopefully, there we go, let's turn that over. It'll be a little bit better here for us. Having technical difficulties today. All right, I've got this little thing in here. Let's see, make sure I got it all in there right. And we're going to keep building up around this guy. We have had a struggle. That's what has been so difficult through this process of figuring out our Brick and Ridge startup, is figuring out all these little things, you know, like the proper equipment and stands and lighting. And oh my goodness, if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, let me tell you, it can be exhausting to start it all up, to get all of that right. And I'm still learning so much. I feel like I'm still in the middle of making a ton of mistakes, but we're growing and we're learning. And I realized that it was better to just get started and, you know, do your best, learn from it, and then grow as time went on, because I tried to figure it all out to start with, and then it just, you know, kept running into problems. And so I was like, well, we're just going to go for it and figure them out as we go. So thank you for being patient with us as we are figuring out all of these little things that have to be corrected and fixed when you're making videos. It's exciting to learn it all, though. Okay, I think I have this right, except that piece is crooked, which is going to drive me insane. Okay, let's see here. I've got 3 of those. All right. I'm just making sure I've got everything in there. I think I do. I think so. Building up our land. All right, it's probably extra pieces. And we are cruising right along to bag 3. Would you believe it? I found more tan pieces. Actually, I'm going to move this over a bit so we can bring our piece of artwork a little closer. And let's see what we're going to build next. Ooh, we've got some nougat color coming in. And I love a good nougat color. Actually put this right back here. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I love these pieces. I used to find no good use for them at all, but the designers recently are just doing such incredible things with them and using them in ways that I never thought could be used before. And so now I get really excited whenever I see them being used. Let's see. I'm going to put it on that. Wait, come on, snap in. There you go. And then that, look at that. And you put it up along here. What do you think about that? That's an amazing way of using that piece, isn't it? I should be ashamed that I used to think that those pieces had no purpose. Everything has a purpose if you just find its talent, let's put it that way. I love finding old, worn out pieces of furniture and giving them a second chance. Or anything, really. I like to give a second chance to things because, I don't know, it kind of makes me sad to think that there's no more purpose for it. There was somebody that advertised close to our neighborhood. They had taken down a bunch of trees, and they had a whole bunch of logs cut up. It was wet wood. It wouldn't have been good for firewood for a long time. We're going to put this right on here. Look at that. Super cool. And we're going to build a really big one of those. We're building up this cliffside. A really big one of those coverings. And I told my husband, I need some of these logs. He said, what in the world do you need these cut up logs for? I said, you just get me the logs and I'll show you. And so he went and he got me some of the logs and brought them back. And I spent days using charcoal to slowly burn holes into the middle of these logs. And I created flower pots. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's pretty smoky in the backyard for a while though, which is what our neighbors probably weren't thrilled with me. I think they humor me. I think I amuse them. I'm always outside doing something odd. But the planters are actually really cool. I actually get a lot of compliments from them. I put them out around inside the flower bed, so it gives an added layer of texture to them. And the logs got a second chance of holding something beautiful. Let me see, I think I'm doing this correct. Oh, these pieces are awesome too. I love these pieces. But we need the other angle. Where's the other angle? Here we go. So, whether it's a dining room set or some old logs or who knows what else I can find. Give it a second chance, a little bit of a new life, and what an amazing thing to do with Lego bricks. Something that you didn't think had a great purpose in a lot of sets can have a little bit of life breathed right back into him if you just think a little bit, which is what the Lego designers are unbelievably good at. So that gets me pretty excited. This thing is complicated. He's got all kinds of stuff happening on him. Wait, no, this goes there. And then one of these cool, nope, not that cool piece. That cool piece goes right here. And then that cool piece goes here. He said to wait his turn. There is so much happening on these pages in the instruction book. I'm scrambling to keep up. All these Star Wars sets and May the 4th coming around soon. I'm going to have to start watching some of the Star Wars films again. I've been watching The Bad Batch. I've been keeping up with that. But I may have to turn on Phantom Menace here. Let's see, not that one. This one goes here. That's amazing. All right, we're going to flip him upside down. I'll put him in there. Wow. That is just unbelievable. so beautiful. Who knew this sand, and this sand, brick sand, what are these called? Yellow brick? Oh, I knew the colors to those because I was looking them up so much when I did, created my little marmot figures that I built up. This goes up on top of here and it can spin around. I wonder what that'll be used for. Alright, we're going to make another plate probably for this down here. Maybe it's sand yellow. I'll probably have to look it up again. I do not have a great memory. One of my daughters does. She has an unbelievable memory. I was never good at memorizing things, which made school challenging. I wanted to be able to. It just took so much work to do it because my brain was like, no, we don't want to retain that information. Not very nice of it, was it? This is interesting how this one's building up. This one's kind of different. Put this in there. Like that there. Okay. Nope, one more piece to make that page complete. It's building up way faster than I thought it would. It's only, let's see, how many pieces was it? $718 pieces. So it's not a huge set by any means. But it doesn't need to be. It looks amazing just the way it is. Let's see some of those pieces. I'm very excited to put this one downstairs. It's super cool. So if you have a lot of sets displayed around your home, like we do, or even just a few, something is wrong here. Okay, we need to attach this to this. Then this goes here. That plate should still be exposed. Quick fix and we're on a roll. Again, dust is what I was getting at. It is hard to keep them dusted until I finally found somebody talking about it, and they use big fluffy makeup brushes to dust it off. Absolutely genius. It works really well. Okay, we're going to flip this up here and put that there. And it's looking more amazing everything we do. I'll build a little piece to go on here now. Now the dust does kind of get just kicked up in the air. So I have been known to put like some sort of screening, to be honest with you, pantyhose works great, over the top of the hose to the vacuum. And then, ooh, that looks nice. Hold the hose to the vacuum somewhat close to where I'm working, but it can't suck up any bricks then. And that kind of can help control the dust a little bit. But it just, it's gentle enough. It gets down in all the crevices and it gets it out really, really well. And so I really love working with those to keep everything dusted. It makes pretty quick work of it too. Let's see, this goes here. It overhangs like that. This goes underneath here. But we need to put one of those 1x2 plates. got a lot of little overhanging pieces going on. Ooh, this is a fun piece. Let's see here. They want us to put one of these under here, which makes sense. Like that. And then put it on there. Goodness. This one is kinds of stuff. It does have one of these under it too. So it's flat on the back. And then, yep, right here, and that's all sealed up. I think that that's one of the coolest landscape features that I've actually built in a while. I mean, and I've been building some really amazing stuff, but there's something very special about this. The texturing and the pieces used. That's a very, very, very cool piece. Okay, we're on to bag number 4, and we are going to make a pod racer. We have all the colors that we need to put together Anakin's pod racer. That's what they're called, right? I think that the actor who played Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace did a really, oh, no, that doesn't go on there. Oops. Goes right here. Oh, gotta get that right. Okay. Oh, straighten that. They just get on there so tight you can't move them. There we go. I think he did a really amazing job playing the role that he played, because he had to have the character that Anakin was going to kind of carry on, which there was, you know, even the arrogance, but then he had to make you actually care for him too. And I think he just did a really good job of just being very cocky is a word that could be used, but I don't want to use it in a way that diminishes anything of that character. I think he needed to have that confidence. Maybe that's a better word. And I think those are the little, electrical charge that goes through that you see. This is going to be really fun to build up, because it's going to be one of those little miniature things that they use a lot of really unique pieces to pull off the look. Got a unicorn horn here. Okay. I don't want to push him out. You got to be careful there. You push too hard, then it pops out the horn. So we have this, and then, yep, we're going to get to using some very unique pieces to make this look right. And then this goes into there. Look at that. Okay, we're going to build 2 of those. So let me start over again. I think they did an amazing job of casting that role. I think they did an amazing casting. Most of the people in that film. That would have been a tough character to play, actually. All right, now we're going to take this guy and have it facing this way and put those into those top holes. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let me see. Let's find this piece they're talking about. My eyes are not wanting to pick it up. Oh, okay. That would be why. I had this extra little bag here of these shiny silver pieces. And we're going to dump this out up here. I don't know if we use all of them for this. I bet you we don't. There are some funny looking pieces in here. But we need one of these pieces. And then we're going to attach one of those little round ones with a hole in it. And then a blue. And then, okay, we're just stacking this up like that. Okay, we got 4 high. And then we're going to put this on the other end. And okay, so we now turn it where this one's facing bottoms up. And it goes like that. We'll need 2 of those. We need another one of those guys. Go ahead and put our yellow one under there, excuse me. You know I love building these little miniature things. Okay. Maybe we should turn where those are both the same. There we go. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm looking for my piece. Let's see what we're going to build next. These pieces are so little and my hands are so much in the way. Let's see, that is correct. And then we're going to put this one here. Then this one goes right here. Oops. Came off easy for a second there. Okay, now we're going to have to do our sticker. And we're going to be putting them on these little pieces. But I'm going to flip my sticker around because I was going to put it on upside down. And I have to put the other one. Oh. I got confused there. We're actually going to put the other one on the piece that's already in place. Okay. And then we're going to flip it back over. Let's first put on this piece. And then that'll go on top of there. So if you flip it, it's like that. I'll bet you that this is his good place where he sits, maybe. Okay, so we're going to flip it up like this. Put these little pieces up here. Gotta love the blue and the yellow. Yeah, okay, so here's our little Anakin. I'm pretty sure. There's his little helmet. Isn't that sweet? All right, put those there. All right, now we're going to do something interesting. Build 2 of these long pieces. Oop, nope, flip that around. And they want us to hook them in to those connectors that are back here. Okay, here we go. Oops. So, getting this aimed the right way. We're going to attach those in like that. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is so cool. Okay, we're not done yet though. We get to put these skis or snowshoes or whatever they are. I'm sure they have a more technical name. Onto these guys. Oh, careful there. They pop off easy because it's just attached with that one round plate. Okay. So you gotta take a little bit of care. I want to make sure I don't, because it's just connected with that one round plate under there, so you push too hard, it'll just come right off. I mean, it's on there secure and everything. It's just when you're, oh my goodness, look at that. All right, now they're gonna use a couple more pieces here to attach this to the scenery, I believe, and they've got it going in like this on this end, and then we left down here, we've left a round plate with a hole in the center, And he's going to go in like this, so he's coming in at kind of a pretty good sized angle. That's amazing. I've got a few pieces left over, but that's probably to help us out. All right. That is so cool. And now we're on to bag number 5. We get to build Sebulba's racer now. It looks to be a little bit more complicated than Anakin's. Oops. Piece didn't go on. There we go. But it's bigger, so that would make sense that it would be a little bit. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure. I think that's how it goes. Right up against that, but and it has these on the end with these little. Ah, what are they? Half toned kind of pieces. More than half, I suppose. I like the colors on this. Look at this bright orange, black. It's really cool. I always liked black and orange together though. Okay, I think that's correct. It's just one of those stunning colors. I think any color, especially a brighter color paired with black, looks really good. Oh! I just flung it all. It seems to me, if I remember correctly, that there were other dioramas that were rumored to be released, but for the life of me, I can't remember what the rumors were, because I know this was one of them. I'm kind of surprised they didn't release more at the same time. It seems like they've released them in waves where there was more than one. But this time it's just this one. It's kind of sad in a way. There's a lot going on in this little guy. You know what would be a good scene was would be the nope, not that one. Where are you? Here you are. Is the scene where Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his father. And then Luke falls down the shaft, I guess. I don't know what that is that he falls down. Just a big open. All right, this goes in here. Trying to make sure I'm doing this right. All right, we're going to use a sticker next. Let's see. They want us to do this on this yellow piece. Oh, we're going to turn it over and we're going to do another one on the other side. I was like, wait a minute, why does it not look like? But it's because we had to turn it over. Right. And now we can put it on here. So it's actually double-sided. And then we're going to do another one of those, but this time they just have us putting on the simpler one. Oops. It's going to stick to me and not the little orange thing. Okay. So we're going to turn it around and this is going to go in here like that. Yeah, this one's a little bit more complicated. I'm trying to just kind of make sure I'm doing it right. If you actually started thinking through all of the different scenes that they could make, these special pieces of artwork, There'd be too many to count, wouldn't there? There's so many iconic scenes that would be the best ones. You know, I'm making sure it looks like this little pink thing looks shorter in the instruction manual, but I'm pretty sure that it's not. It's just there isn't another pink rod. It goes like that. All right, we're going to set this to the side because we have to build another one. Oh, this is his, I don't know what they are. This part. I definitely would not know how to describe properly one of these racers parts. If I tried to, I'd make a mess out of it. I think that these pieces are trying to play tricks on me. They're being mischievous. Oops. Spin that a little bit. So if they would make any scene that you picked, what would you want them to make? I would have to think on that for a good long while. Because I'm not entirely sure which one I would favor. It would be hard to pick out one, wouldn't it? And then I probably want something from the Clone Wars TV series. Let's see, we're going to put another one of these over here. So we're kind of building it, and we're building it up in reverse from what we did the other one. This has a little piece going down like that. Yeah. I think this one's going to look really cool. Oh, make sure he snapped in there, but he is. All right. Then we need another one of these little doohickeys. I'm not sure how you would even describe that. But it's a cool piece. Kind of hard to see when they're black on the film. All right, we're going to do some more stickers, and I'm sure that we're going to do where it has to flip around again. So we're going to put this one on this side. Oops. And then the number 2 sticker on the other side. And then actually, we'll do one more, and that'll actually use up all of our stickers. It wasn't that many at all. They make a nice little addition. Oh, now wait a minute. We've got to put a little 1x1 plate over here. I'm going to double check something. Oh, goodness. Look at me. I'm like, they're not at the same height. I forgot that 3x1 plate. Now we can put these on. Let's do this right. The first time, I think. All right, and then this is going to go there. That's pretty cool. It's a lot bigger than the other one. Okay. We're going to put another rod in, but this time it's going to be clear. So they're going to have us make up another one of those little things. But this time it goes straight in without the little round plate. There we go. Just like that. And they want us to put it here, but we're really going to have to angle that in to get that to fit. Let's see if we can. It's showing me to squish it in. Okay. That looks like the picture. So I think that's correct. Pretty cool. They added a lot of detail into this guy, that's for sure. Okay, so they're going to have us put this piece down on all of the edges up here. And then we're going to also put one of those on it. So I'll do that for all. Oh! I popped one of these guys off. See if I can get him back in there. He's a little delicate. He's making me a little nervous. You wouldn't want to push down too hard anywhere. Which I'm probably doing this wrong because they say to make them attach the two pieces separately and then put it on. But I've gotten into such a habit with the speed building of not doing that and building up everything on top of the actual piece that I'm doing that I just do it without thinking about it. We're going to use these connecting pieces, these hinges. Oh, that made it stronger. That's good. I can't build anymore the normal way because everything I do is I'm looking for that angle or that way of being able to do it. To speed build it because, I'm going to turn this guy over. We speed build by taking pictures in the stop motion format and not the just doing it with our hands and then speeding it up. So everything has to kind of go on where it stays together. You don't have the benefit of using your hands really. We're putting ice skates on the bottom. It's so much fun. And those little extra pieces come into play. A little tricky to go in. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, now we're going to flip it back over. My goodness. He really decks his racer out, doesn't he? Why isn't that wanting to go down for me? There we go. I don't know why I didn't want to go down. It was being fussy. Anakin's is much simpler. I guess the Volvo won most of the time, so he probably had some extra currency running around to be able to put all the extra bells and whistles on. All right, now we've got it facing the right way. But I'm very confused about something because I don't have something the way they say to have it. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to go back a step and figure this out. I was panicking there because I thought I was going to have to take this whole thing apart because I thought I had forgotten to put this piece in right here. And I hadn't forgotten to put it in, but it looked very different from the picture because it's actually, if you see what I'm doing, it's actually supposed to go more like that. And it pops off really easy if you just do it a tad too far. So you kind of have to stretch it out real carefully, and then it exposes that side, which is what I needed to be able to do the next part. And I was like, where did I forget putting it in? But I didn't. It is over here. This is a little bit finicky. I'm not overly thrilled with how delicate it is. So take a lot of care when you're doing it and be careful. But now that we found it, I did build it correctly. I just hadn't opened those two triangles, shall we say, sides out. So now we can put this in like this and do what they were asking us to do originally, but that one had me stumped for a bit. And I'm glad I sat there and I thought about it a lot and tried to figure it out before I just started ripping this thing apart. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to set that down. That piece was, it was so slightly difficult. It was a little almost frustrating. But it was my own fault, so we're good. But the instructions were kind of, I don't know, I was getting confused on them. All right, they want us to attach two of these and then put this on top and then slide it under there. Okay, like so. Oh, these are fun pieces. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Okay, and then put that inside of there and another one of those on top of that. And then we're going to put that into there. And they want us to make, oh, go in there. They want us to make two of those. That one wanted to bend up a little bit. I think I pushed it too far. Okay, so we're going to make two of those, but I'll show you where we're going to snap it in at. We're actually going to turn this guy up like this, and we're going to snap it into those little connector pieces that we put in there like that. Wow. He has a very impressive racer. All right, we're going to start over again. See if we can duplicate that properly. It's one fancy racer. Kind of stiff going in there. But again, I love the use of the pieces. They're all awesome. They did a really good job of finding some amazing uses for these. And then we're going to put that one right in there. Kind of have to, he's leaning, and so I'm just going to kind of pull him up just a bit and center him. And then put him, oh, not that much. Okay. So now we have those in. I think he's going to attach down. They do have those coming up a little bit. Okay. Stop fiddling with him because I'm afraid I'll break him. But he's thrown me for a bit of a loop, hasn't he? But that's okay because it's always nice to have a good challenge. That way things never get boring in your life. We're such creatures of habit though, aren't we? We like boring a lot of times. Most of us. I think maybe it's comforting to just know, I don't know the way things are going to be, but it's good to stir things up every once in a while so that when things are different, we don't get too kerfuffled with them. I wonder what we're building here. Put this guy onto there. Those are always up. They're always hard to put in. I don't know why they're so much snugger than the top versions of them. It's almost like the little spot where he sits in. Oh, that's snug too. Okay, that is, so sorry. That is Sebulba. That's the piece they picked for him. That's pretty funny. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not something I was expecting. I'm gonna build 2 of these. Let's see. Use that droid arms here. And then we're gonna attach them here, and they're gonna attach to the, I think I'm doing these right. All right. Ooh, bendy. All right, so it's almost like they have them going like that. Where it comes in. And then we're going to attach them to these top pieces here, and we're hopeful. Oh, I knew it was going to be tricky because there's a lot of movement allowed within these. And we'll just kind of, there we go. Goodness, he was difficult. But he was pretty cool, huh? All right. Now, we're going to bring this over here because we have those 2 things that fit in really snugly down there. And then this one piece that confused me so bad, it attaches in there. But that doesn't make a lot of sense because he's like, it's wanting it to attach. It's attaching it straight down. But they want it to be up more. I'm trying to figure out how they're putting him in at the angle that they're putting him in at, because mine's going straight in. I guess he is somewhat straight in on the front of the picture, but I feel like my wings are angled a little bit different than theirs are, but I struggled a bit with knowing exactly how to bend those. Oops, and now I just popped it off. I'm gonna say that for right now, I'm gonna leave it and then tweak it a bit later because I'm gonna have to figure out how they want those wings, but I don't want them to all of a sudden pop off and break on us. So he's on there, and we're gonna let him stay just like that for the moment, okay? And we're gonna move on to bag number 6. I just took a minute and tried to figure out a question I had because I have all of these pieces that were from that one bag of shiny silver pieces that I dumped out to find those, just those couple that I needed on here that attaches the little snowshoes to. And I was like, what in the world are we going to use all these pieces for? Because I know we're building just kind of like an arch in the landscape now. I looked through the entire book. I read all of the intro stuff. I even looked in the back to see what pieces we need. And it shows that you need this whole amount here. These pieces are not used in this set. Unless I am missing something really big, which I couldn't possibly miss that many. All of these pieces are extra. I have no idea why. If you have any clue as to why all those pieces would be included when they're not built into the set, please let me know. Because I am completely stumped. But we're going to move on. And we're going to finish this build. All right. But that one, man, that one really threw me because I thought, why would they give you that many pieces? The only thing I can think of, which doesn't really make any sense, is that maybe, this goes right there, maybe those pieces only come in that bag. They're always packaged in that bag together, so they needed 3 pieces out of it, so you get the whole bag. But that doesn't even make any sense. So, but there you have it. Either way, there's a lot of cool pieces that you get to keep. We need this little piece to go in right here. There he is. Building up a little bit more of the landscape, it looks like. I guess they let us put the erasers in before they kind of put this in. Not entirely sure why, but I got worried because I was like, if I missed all of those pieces going in somewhere, I'm going to be in big trouble. But I don't think I did. Let's see, they want this one to go right here. Another little quarter turn in there. It is kind of funny that they saved all these little details to the last. Okay, let me see. What they want us to do here is a little bit interesting. They want us to put this on top of this. And one of those there. And another little quarter turn in there. We'll just stick him right in there. Okay. We're going to build a little bit of a bigger contraption here. Like another tall piece of the, I don't know what you'd call it, sand, but it's got to be more like stone to be standing up this tall. Probably building in the part that connects or supports the arch. Gotta be honest with you. These last two bags have stumped me a bit. It could be that I'm just getting tired, but they've definitely thrown me for a bit of a loop. All right, we're going to put that there. It doesn't want to stand up all the way. It's kind of heavy on one side. Let me see here what we're building. A lot more of that similar rock structure that we built up on the back side that is so beautiful. So it's exciting to build up more of it. Okay, and then we're going to put this, oh yeah, okay, on the red one, and then pop it in there. It surprised me it was going along so smooth, and then it was, wait a minute, hold up. We got a few bumps in the road, didn't we? But it could just be me. I know I was talking earlier about the Summer Olympics. And I sure do love having those on. We like to set up, I'm doing this right, we like to set up multiple TVs so we can watch multiple events happening at the same time, because it's hard to find the time to be able to keep up with everything you want to keep up with. So if you kind of have different things on as they're airing, then you can fit a little bit more in, but it can get a little confusing trying to watch too much at the same time. But okay, we're gonna put this down here. Don't put it up, bring it down so it's flush with that gray top there. And one year my parents were here visiting and we were watching the Summer Olympics. It must have been the last Summer Olympics. And we had surfing on. It was because it was the first year that they included surfing in the Olympics. And my mom and I got, oh wait, I'm going to turn that around and put that way. There we go. Oh, we got motion sick. My mom struggled for a bit, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to step away. We had it on the bigger screen, and it was a little bit too realistic there. It was funny. Like, I don't know if I'm going to watch surfing again. Am I putting this on? I feel like I've done something here. But I think that it's this that's supposed to go there. I think I just put that on the wrong one because everything else is looking correct. Yeah, everything else was correct. So I just had that one piece. And then they want us to put it on this right here. So he spins. I'm sure that's going to be needed in a bit here. But what are your favorite sports to watch in the Summer Olympics? Be very interesting to see what the venues are like. I always enjoy watching the opening ceremonies too. Although it's interesting to see kind of the different message that each country is kind of trying to send and try to figure that out. I think they always do a good job. And let me see, did I get that all correct? I think so. I think that goes there and there. And I need one of these to go here. There is a lot going on right here. It would be hard for me to pinpoint and find a sport that I didn't care to watch. I probably honestly wouldn't watch track and field as much, but Matt is really into track and field. He's a marathon runner, and so he watches that. And so we'll have that on a lot. And I have on, we always have the gymnastics on. Our son was a gymnast through his school years. And so, of course, that's kind of a given to have on. Let me see what we're supposed to do. We're going to connect this here and spin it around. And this part spins over here, so we get to line it up. Looky there. Well, now that worked, didn't it? Okay. And then we're going to put this here. Right, we're going to just build this, this bottom up here. We are almost done, aren't we? The frustrating thing is the men's gymnastics is not aired near as much as the female version, and so it's hard to actually find it now. We have Peacock, and so you can pretty much get anything now because they're being a little bit more fair about showing everything for everybody, so we're able to watch it more so. But man, you used to never be able to find it on, which was very frustrating to those of us who were very much into that. I want to make sure, yes, put that on there. Make sure I didn't miss anything because there's this piece that needs to go on and I can't quite figure out where he goes. Oh, he just goes up here. Okay, just like that. Looky there. Okay, did I get everything on? Yes. All right, we're going to make our little plaque for our 25 years of Lego Star Wars. It's going to go right here. And we're done. Okay, it was bugging me really bad to try to figure out why he wasn't leaning the way that he was supposed to. So I took some time. I came back to this page where it actually shows me exactly how it's supposed to lay out, but I couldn't get it to come into this position. And I was fiddling with it. I pushed it and these rods snapped in further, and that was the problem. And now I can fit it on perfectly. I hadn't pushed them in enough, and so it was a little bit farther than it should have been, and it just wasn't working right. I got those rods pushed in all the way, and now he's lining up in the right position. He's no longer kind of laying down there on the ground. So I got him all fixed up, fixed the problem, and now it looks perfect. We did it! I felt like I struggled there at the end, but it looks really good, really amazing. I'm glad you were here. Thank you for being patient through all my fumbles, and really excited to pick up the rest of the Star Wars sets, hopefully when they're released, and bring them to you. So I'll see you again soon.